This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Okay, a 9-year-old boy attempting to drive himself to school led police on a brief car chase in Northern California. Yeah. CHP said the incident began around 9:20 in the a.m. Oroville. It's a city located about 60 miles north of Sacramento. A Volkswagen was stopped oddly in the middle of an intersection. When instructed to move, the vehicle unexpectedly sped off, leading to a short and erratic chase that ended in a dirt parking lot just east of the Plumas Avenue Elementary School.
Must have been Pizza Friday at school.
Oh, man, that square pizza.
Oh, the cardboard I love.
Mm-hmm. After the vehicle stopped, it reversed into a patrol car. Whoops.
So white kid, he lived.
We are relieved to report that no one was injured in this incident. The child was safely sent to school after the necessary authorities were alerted and the situation was documented. Several other officers showed up as well, and it was kind of like one of those no one really believed it kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
As I was approaching, I could see a kid, which turned out to be a 9-year-old child, sticking his head out saying, "I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to school." Where the hell are the parents?
Yeah, good question. He missed the bus. Parents slept in. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, how do you get that far? I suppose, though, god dang, kids are resourceful. I don't have any details on the parents, no matter what article I look at. Wake-up call to secure our vehicles and educate our children on the dangers of unauthorized driving. So the kid must have just...
I wonder if he's done it before.
Stuck in there and grabbed the car.
Probably done it before.
Yeah, well...
And it was a Volkswagen?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what's that remind you of?
I don't know. What is it supposed to remind me of?
Think.
I'm trying.
I got 2 words. Ren McCormick.
No idea.
My God.
No, what do you...
I am going to beat you with a rubber hose. Ren McCormick.
Oh, it looks like it's from Footloose.
Yes.
Remember, I've never seen Footloose. We went over this.
He drove, I don't want to give the ending away, but he drove a Volkswagen.
Oh, well, that's what I figured was the association.
That was my whole thing.
Jesus Christ. That was painful.
In the Stephen King version of Footloose, the car runs over all the kids. Nobody lives.
So I prefer that version. Sounds amazing.
If you danced, the car would find you and run you over. Very weird.
A South American woman was rushed to a hospital after a nefarious object made its way into her bag of pork rinds.
Oh, let's guess. Where was this at?
This is in Peru.
Pork rinds, Peru. A snake or a tarantula?
Oof. Nope. Peru resident Celia Tello, 68, enjoying a snack when she felt something sharp hit her throat. The woman soon fell ill and began vomiting blood. Not good. There was a nail piercing one of her arteries. Yeah.
Nice.
She thought the mysterious object was a bone, but it turned out to be a friggin' nail. It never crossed my mind I had this nail or this piece of wire, she said. There was a careful dissection that was done to safely remove the nail from her body. Yeah, it was in a major artery that helps supply oxygen and blood to the brain.
My goodness.
Yeah. There was a risk of detaching a clot that could reach the brain. But doctors conducted the surgery successfully. We were able to isolate the affected artery, and we repaired it by sectioning it, and we joined a healthy artery with another healthy artery. And look at that. She went home without sepsis. It's almost like there's better health care out in the world. Oh, yeah.
Sounds like what would you just internally bleed to death?
Well, the nail would, if it was stuck in there, you could probably, if she wasn't feeling so uncomfortable, theoretically, you could live with it sitting there. Like how people live with a part of a bullet in their brain and all that. You know what I mean? But it sounds like, they were worried about, because it had already clotted around it, they were worried about upsetting that.
I had a bag of pork rinds once, and it was, that's a good way to describe it. It wasn't discolored, but it had, like, colored spots on it. And that wasn't the first time I've seen that. And some kind of dye leaks in or something. I don't know.
Or the pig was colored that way.
Sure.
There's spotted pigs.
There are?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Green spotted pigs?
Not green. Well, you didn't say green, did you?
Well, I shouldn't have to.
It could have been a tattoo on the pig, too. I don't know what kind of...
Interesting.
Yeah. Because their ears get tattooed.
Okay. Maybe.
Who knows?
Interesting. Pork rinds, I mean, you
because it's just the skin.
There's no guarantees when it comes to opening a bag of pork rinds. I tell you what.
I do not like the consistency of it. It weirds me out.
I like them. I don't buy them as much as I used to eat them quite a bit.
Yeah.
Some of them are too crunchy. It hurts my teeth. But some of them are like biting into a solid or it's a burnt end or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I like the puffy ones. I don't know if anybody can recommend a good puffy pork rind.
Show you some puffy pork. I'll just walk myself to HR. It's fine.
You can whip it out. Doesn't mean I'm going to look. But I am a doctor. I might take a look. See what's going on. See if it's got some green spots on it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Chew your food, man.
Yeah.
You got to chew your food, dude.
Yeah, Lance will talk to you about that.
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, I was calling him to talk to Johnny and Dee about the green ink on the pig skin.
There we go. Where you go? Where's that coming from?
So what it actually is a USDA-approved stamp, so they inspect the pigs after they're slaughtered.
You called it. You called it.
Yeah, they actually they stamp them with a permanent dye that just says that they were inspected and that it can be sold for profit.
So it makes its way through the process, through the grinding and the whatever else makes its way in there that I don't want to know, and it lives. Yep. It makes it into the pork rind.
It sure does. Yeah, it's a pretty permanent ink. If you get that shit on you, it does not come off.
Unbelievable.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not even sure I wanted to know the answer.
Right.
Don't ask a question you don't want to know the answer to.
Yeah, you feel a little closer to your food source now, huh?
But no, I worked for Prems for a short period of time, and had actually met the inspector that comes out on the truck, and yep, it's a green stamp that he puts on there. They split the skull and just make sure nothing looks weird inside it before you can sell the meat.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, so I know I'm getting a good quality inspected pork rind.
Yeah, all the hairs, all the little bits in there, they're inspected and ready to go.
Yeah. Oh, yummy.
Well, as long as it's nail-free, I'm all right.
Yeah, right.
I'm fine.
Right, yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
Yep, you got it.
Dude, this talk break brought to you by Prem's Potato Salad. Better than your mother's. Thank you.
People, relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Johnny and Dee, nowhere but JJO.
What up? Okay, now, did you ride the bus to school?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. We were troublemakers in the back of the bus.
How long was your bus ride?
We were about 5-6 miles out of town. We were how did it work? We were the last ones to get picked up. So it was a pretty quick ride in because we literally went from our house right into the school. So it wasn't bad. But going home took literally forever until I started driving.
Yeah.
Literally took an hour to get home.
Yeah. I'm with you. I understand.
How about that? Good thing we'd sneak a couple of beers on the bus.
Yeah.
Really, make that ride worth it.
I believe it, actually. Well, and you saying you were a troublemaker.
Luckily, the driver drank my brand when I was 12. So it worked out pretty good.
Yeah. They don't make them like they used to. Anyway, bus driver at a private school in Florida has been fired.
Am I the only one that makes me laugh?
Most times, yes.
Okay, just checking. I thought that was kind of funny.
A bus driver at a private school in Florida has been fired after he stopped a bus full of students on the train tracks as a freight train was approaching.
Yeah.
The kids freaked out and he yelled, "Quiet!" and then continued through the intersection just before the train went through.
I'm listening for trains. Be very quiet.
So I have audio from when the train almost hit the bus.
Oh.
And then middle schooler Madison Corey and her father, Paul Runber, talking about the incident. Got PC2 over there?
Yeah, I got it.
Jesus Christ.
Could have been me that got hit by that.
We had one student that we were talking to. She had headphones in, and she looked around when everyone was screaming to get the bus driver to move, and she seen the train coming. She put the headphones back in, and she put her head down expecting to die.
At that point, a lot of us were expecting to die.
Well, nothing like a little scaring to keep you feeling alive.
Dude.
Yeah, that seems a little unnecessary. I mean, you could have just resigned. I don't know why you got you know?
That's pretty funny. Well, I don't know. Why do buses stop in front of train tracks? I mean, if a train was coming, the gate would be down, wouldn't it? You think it's kind of overkill there?
Yeah, like how far away was the freight train?
Right.
You know?
I don't know.
The bus was stopped for a total of 20 seconds.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I guess they're just long.
The bus abruptly stops and the crossing arm hits the top of the bus.
Yeah. It would just seem like a bus that takes more time to get going. It would be better to just keep going, just nudge up and keep going. If there's clearly no train and the arm isn't coming, the gate's not coming down. Just get on with it.
So it sounds like they were crossing and then the arm started coming down and he probably stopped because he was like, I don't know what to do.
Right. And then it's probably going to come out of my check if I drive through a gate.
Right,
like Smokey and the Bandit. Right.
So
that's a tough one.
Everybody's mad. That's fine. It's fine. It sickens me to know that my child could have died that day. Listen, you're sending your kid to school; they could die anyway.
Right?
You know?
Yeah. I guess I could see it in a bus. I've never seen it in person where something's crossing and a gate starts. I suppose, but that's my point because you get up to a gate and you stop and you're like, you're looking, and then you start, and then it's very slow to get those buses going.
Yeah.
Or an 18-wheeler, I can see the gate coming down on it.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, unfortunate timing.
Here we go. Regarding the bus incident that happened Monday, April 1st. What an unfortunate day for it to happen. At 8:20 a.m., please be advised that prior to commenting on the incident, we had to conclude our 48-hour internal investigation. As a result of the investigation, we have concluded that the portrayal of the incident was exaggerated over social media platforms. That never happens. We have informed the parents that their children were kept from harm and that the driver did what was necessary to keep them safe. We recognize that this may have been a traumatic experience for the students and family, and we have made appropriate arrangements to accommodate their needs. We have released video footage in order to be transparent to the families and media, as our only priority is the safety of our students and our institution. We apologize for the inconvenience that this may have caused, and we are thankful to God for watching over the children through this experience.
In other words, we get to keep our jobs for another year.
Yeah. It was not intentional. That dude just trying the hardest as you can, man. Whatever. You drive a school bus and get back to me.
Yeah, I guess. There's a lot to handle there. You've got screaming kids, trains. Yeah, I suppose.
You know?
I don't know.
They're looking for bus drivers. It was probably hard for them to fire that guy. They're like, well, now what?
Right.
Principal going to be driving.
Probably. I don't know. Even an empty school bus, I think I've seen stopped at train tracks. Just get over it, dude. Just get over it. Literally. I mean, don't mentally get over it. Just get over it.
I feel like if I drove a bus.
I still see people get hit on train tracks. It doesn't matter whether you stop or not. I see it all the time.
All the time.
Well, not all the time.
Where are you going?
Okay, so I'm exaggerating. So what? But it's still amazing to me that big trucks and tractor trailers can get hit by trains. It's mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
It's mine, unless you're carrying one of those windmill propellers.
Right.
That's 100 feet long.
They're so crazy long.
Or the space shuttle. Maybe you're moving the space shuttle.
Yeah.
I see it, but otherwise, it's mind-blowing to me that people get hit on train tracks.
Just reminded me of that video that came out of that Amazon guy. That train took off the back half of his van.
Clean, just sheared it right off.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there. God damn. If that train would have been 2 inches forward, he'd be dead.
I mean, I guess if you
That's
stall,
wild.
What are your odds of stalling over a train track?
Well, I tell you what, if I stalled over a train track, I'd be like, what have I done? Like, what karmic crap is coming back
Would
to
you
me
get
right
out
now?
and just start screaming and running? What would you do?
Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and wait for it to happen.
What do you do? Yeah. What do you do if you stall in the on top of the train
I
tracks?
tell you what, I'm going to try to unload the grain from the back of my vehicle since that's snit's so expensive.
Right,
and then get the hell out of there.
Right.
But no, what would you do?
I'd probably put it in neutral and try to push it, I guess, and hope if there was somebody there, would help me push it off.
I ain't worried about the insurance because I have the best insurance agent on the planet.
You know what I did?
Colleen Frenzel, Janesville, Wisconsin, American Family Insurance.
Yeah.
Give Colleen Frenzel a call and tell her I sent you.
Well,
and I'll split my $25 Culver's gift card with you.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you call the greatest insurance agent ever, Peter Walton, out of Mount Horeb, not only will I get $25, which I know you want me to get, I'm going to say your name on the radio and sing about you. And you will be my friend. And we will go to lunch. And
You're a very disappointing person.
Peter will pay for it. Okay, maybe that won't happen. Hey, Heal Up Pete got his foot operated on. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah?
He had what did he have? I think they replaced his whole ankle unit. What in the F was that, dude?
What a time to be alive.
I know. It's amazing.
That's wild.
And he'll function again,
You know what?
we
need to settle this once and for all. We're going to determine who's the best insurance agent. We're going to make them a race.
No, we're not going to have a foot race. That is not. We are not. No. We're going to play a game of chess. That's what we're going to do. We are not going to have a foot race. There will be no Iron Man.
Colleen's like, stop mentioning me on the air.
Peter,
I will not fight Peter.
Peter will be portaging his canoe and be like, that mother. No, that's not going to happen. No, if I was stopped on train tracks, you know what I'd do? I would do what the Indians did. I'd get out of my car and put my ear on the train tracks to check and see if I had some time. And then I would hope a good Samaritan would help push my car off.
Yeah.
And then it would go down the hill, run away, and into a pond.
Right, run somebody over.
Run somebody over.
Yeah.
4 kids at a bus stop.
Oh, man, what are the odds?
Yeah.
We thought uploading to the cloud was something completely different. The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, JJO.
A 33-year-old man in Florida was caught spray painting a concrete wall on Saturday. When the cops confronted him, he wouldn't tell them his name. They detained him, and he was required to identify himself. So he said his name was Mr. Monopoly. And his date of birth was 4/20/69. Oh. Yeah. Not surprisingly.
He's a funny man.
Yeah, not accurate. The police got a hold of his main driver's license, which said his name was Ryan Howard, and he was born on the way less fun date of 4/3/91. But Mr. Monopoly was hauled off to jail, did not pass go, did not collect $2,000. So charged with criminal mischief and held on a $1,000 bond. So look at this is his mugshot. If you did give him... You gave him a little, a monocle.
Yeah.
You know,
Mr.
Monopoly. He does look like someone that'd be like, my birthday's 4/20/69. Finger guns. You know?
Pretty creative. I mean, it's not going to help, but it's pretty creative.
Is it creative? It's like whatever your high school junior does, you know?
Who titled him Mr. Monopoly?
He did it his own damn self.
Oh, he's the one that did it. All right. I gotcha. Well, yeah. All right. I guess. Go crazy.
All right. 39-year-old dude in Indiana named Bo Burchell sitting in his car last Thursday. He saw a delivery truck full of beer and liquor pull up outside an establishment called Cheers Bar. He thought to himself something along the lines of, if I stole that truck.
Much more interesting than Mr. Monopoly. I like this guy.
I could open up my own liquor store. And I could sell off all that booze. And I could pay off my drug debts. Mm-hmm. So that is exactly what Bo did.
Oh, yeah.
He successfully...
And then they shot him.
He successfully stole the truck. Along with the skid steer loader. And he spent hours dismantling the security systems and GPS devices on both of those items.
Jesus.
So Bo has skills.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Bo has vision. Mm-hmm. He has motivation.
Yeah.
He has skills.
He's like Robin Hood. He steals beer from the rich and gives it to the poor friends.
We just need Bo to use this for good, you know?
Problem is, at Cheers Bar, everybody, including the cops, knows his name. That's the problem.
Yeah. So, he also would have had to hide the vehicles from being spotted, and he wasn't able to do that. So, police found the delivery truck in a field behind a club, and Bo was found under a nearby bush.
Ah, so. Perfect ending. Sad. Oh.
I know.
You got to go park it in a warehouse. I mean, till the heat kind of dies down.
You think Bo's got a warehouse?
No, Bo ain't got a warehouse. Bo ain't got the sense he was born with.
The stolen skid steer has a value of more than $60,000. Box truck was estimated to be worth $50,000.
Oh, yeah.
And the alcohol was still inside of it. So police said there was more than $12,000 in assorted beer and liquor. He's got a boatload of charges coming at him. Felony theft for sure. I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. You know, part of it, I'm like, God, there's some drive there, Bo.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it'd be cool to steal a truck. I guess it only happens in the movie, and throw a giant party. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know,
yeah,
that takes a well-laid plan.
He didn't have a plan at all.
No. You can't
just by the seat of his
I think
pants.
I'll just drive around until they forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening.
And then, like, what happened to the guy that was supposed to be driving the truck? Did he go into the bar to get their inventory order and just come out?
Yeah.
And then his truck was gone?
I mean, those are legend stories, though, stealing an entire beer truck. I mean, that takes a set, doesn't it?
Yeah. It takes it. And then did he leave his car in the parking lot?
We drank it all, and I took the truck back. It was great.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it sounds good. It looks good on paper. But
right.
You better damn well have a plan.
It's like
because you still got a big-ass truck.
I want to steal a Brinks truck.
Yeah,
Seems like a good idea, but it ain't.
Sounds like everything's there. Everything you need is right there.
It's not.
No, nobody thinks it's there.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Hello.
Hello.
Have you watched those Final Destination movies?
Yeah, I think I've seen one or two of those, or 6 of them, or 10 of them, or something.
Yeah. A dude in Eugene, Oregon, walked into a corner store on Thursday called Quick Trips Market. Then right after he closed the door, a runaway saw blade slammed into the outside wall right where he had been standing.
Yeah.
His name is Shane Remke. The saw blade came from a nearby construction site, 4 feet in diameter.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
It came from a circular saw that was meant to cut concrete. So if he would have waited a split second, he would have been sawed in half. Give me PC too.
Powerball ticket.
This is Shane talking about what happened after he changed his shorts.
I mean, obviously it wasn't my time, but it's probably the closest I've ever experienced it. So I was walking into the store here, put my handle on the door, and I heard a loud bang and yelling over here at the corner. Just as a cloud of smoke pops up, and I see a guy fall into the ditch, and a 4-foot blade hurling at me as I'm walking through the doorway. Thinking maybe it's my time, but I don't think I would have survived being touched by that thing.
I did not have crazed runaway saw blade on my bingo card this morning.
Right. So it came flying in fast. It embedded itself more than a foot into the wall. So without a doubt, that would have been the
I
end.
think your steel-toed boot is not going to handle that
He
one.
said he immediately started shaking when he saw what happened, and he had trouble talking for a few minutes.
But I had my safety goggles on, so thank God.
Utility company was repairing a leaky gas valve at an intersection nearby. They're blaming an outside contractor for it and say they're not using him again till they fully reviewed what happened.
Yeah, right on.
The video is pretty wild.
Wow.
There's no sound, but so here's the video. Is it still going? Yeah. I mean, it is like right after. I don't know if you've ever came close to death before, but.
That's second marriage.
Dude.
What? I think you're. Oh, here it comes. I think was it so fast I missed it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was hauling ass.
Yeah, it was super fast. Where did it go?
Oh, yeah, that thing's flying.
Yeah.
It's like a blur.
Yeah.
He never saw that coming.
Oh, man, no.
All right.
Bro.
That's why I always try to be somewhere a second before I think I have to, because I think that makes all the difference.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. He literally, like, the door just closed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would have been a mess.
The only time I've come close to death was, and this is going to show you how friggin' feral of a child I was. I was flying a kite. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how.
You woke up in Iowa, tangled up in a...
Right.
Wait. The wind blows west. Sorry, that'd be Michigan.
I was like 5 or 6.
Or blows east. Sorry.
And, whatever, we're on the farm. I'm just flying a kite without any supervision, and there's power lines everywhere. And my kite came super close to hitting the power line. Super close. And I remember I got scared, and I remember I remember being on the ground. Like, I don't know if I like my knees got weak or what it was. And I remember feeling very scared for a long time, which was probably only a few seconds, but my child brain extended it into whatever. And I've never told anybody about it because I was worried I was going to get in trouble.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep.
To this day, this is the first you spoke of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, my gosh.
Pretty much, yeah.
A lot of trauma to
They were probably like,
carry
hey,
around for
give
years.
Give that bitch the kite and throw her out in the middle of all the power lines. See what happens.
I think I've had a couple of times in my life where I've had to dive into a camper getting away from lightning and felt it coming. Oh, yeah, it happened to me once up at the Tiki Hut up on Lake Wisconsin. I remember as a kid it happened to us in Florida. Yeah, stuff you don't want to screw with. It's like, ooh, those were close calls.
Yeah.
I was golfing once. I remember where I was because I was blinded for a week. I was at Foxborough in Oregon. And I hit a golf ball off into the weeds. And there was a crocodile. But my ball went into the weeds. I reached down to get my golf ball, and I poked myself in the eye with a stick I didn't see that was halfway.
No, it could have went through your brain.
I literally could not see for a week. I told myself I'm going to be blind in one eye. Face the facts, live with it. You're a moron.
Yeah.
And my vision came back. I went to the hospital. I literally reached down and stabbed myself in the eye. I went to the hospital. It also weirdly affected my speech. It was really strange.
Damn, dude.
And they had to drive me to the hospital. I was bleeding the whole thing right into the eyeball.
That's wild, dude.
Stick!
Yeah. Stick! Yeah.
And then my idiot buddy flipped the golf cart, took half my ear off. We had to sew that back on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. That one I thought I was dead. I was laying there going, I was in the ether, and I'm like, is this heaven? Is there a golf course in heaven? Am I here?
Right.
Seriously, I was like in that awake and not awake and
oh, my God.
I could feel the blood rushing down my cheek. It was fantastic. Good times.
Oof. That's scary. That makes me scared.
And so I was laying down. I'm like, this isn't so bad. I was literally thinking to myself, I was dead.
You thought you were dead.
Because I was so, my marbles got rattled because the roof of the golf cart was laying on top of my head, pinching my head. My head was between the ground and the golf cart roof. And I was laying there going, this isn't so bad. This is all right. I'm ready. I'm ready to come to the light. And then 3 guys ran over, lifted the golf cart, drove me to the hospital.
God damn. The only other things I can think of, near misses with traffic stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I had
sure.
someone cross the center line, and I thought that was the end for me. I really did.
Coming right at you.
Yeah.
Like a bullet. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they went over in time, and I got over. Luckily, I was paying attention. Yeah. What else?
I was when I was about 23. I was driving. I had a little Toyota pickup truck, and I was driving. I was working in Ohio at a radio station. I was driving back to the station, but anyways, I reached down. I was dinking with the radio, and it was dark, and I hit a telephone pole. I sheared off of the telephone pole. It knocked me out, and I woke up in somebody's yard. They came out, and I woke up to an ambulance, and people lived in the house waking me up.
Oh, my God.
I was laying in my truck. Half my truck was gone.
Oh, my God.
So I'm sure an inch or two, or a quarter of an inch would have made difference for me, bouncing off the telephone pole. That was a good time.
God damn.
And I woke up and I go, is this heaven?
Yeah, why is that always your go-to line?
I'm ready. Ready for you.
You're like, no, you're in Ohio.
I go up there and hang out with Jimi Hendrix. Yeah. It's like, is this heaven? No, you're still in Ohio, asshole.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D. Nowhere but JJO.